Good afternoon, CPW faithful. It is I, Josh Rumbleswall, alongside the Mize and the three-time award-winning Clowny J. The show is going to open with a bit of a somber note. We're going to do a 10-bell salute for the late Daffney Unger.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Courage Pro Wrestling Presents Reboot. It's going to be an action-packed show today, but before we get to the show, I just want to remind everyone to please keep their masks on for the safety of everyone. Also, please, no filming unless you are part of the ring crew. If everyone will please stand, we are going to do a 10-bell salute for the fallen wrestler, Daffney.
Of what happened on that last show. You see, JT Kirk's getting ready for Mike Forte, and that's all fine and dandy. For those gnarly boys, clearly we've got some biased sound system people over here. Clearly we've got a biased crowd over here in Hamilton. I can sit here all night. Come on. I'm gonna wait for you guys to be as quiet as possible. I'm gonna wait for dead silence. Shut up and let me speak. I can wait all night. Their shows are gonna start until you give me the time of day and let me speak, goddammit. What sucks is the fact that we're not getting a rematch for the tag team championships tonight. What sucks is the fact that we've been waiting over 500 days to get our hands on Airstrike, and we're not getting that tonight. The fact that we're not going to become two-time tag team champions tonight is a goddamn travesty. Between the management, between the sound system, Clowny, I love you. You're good. You're good in my books. You're the only one that's good in my books. Josh? Hey, Josh. Yeah. You can run your mouth all you want online. You can run your mouth, say whatever you want to say about Empire. At the end of the day, what you need to realize is we're going to be your tag team champions, whether you like it or not. So kiss my ass. You want to suck? You want to suck?
welcome back to Courage Pro Wrestling Reboot. I am, of course, your host with the most, keeping it down like buttered toast. The best thing breathing, the greatest thing going. Who needs sliced bread with my voice in your head? And Courage Pro Wrestling's only three-time commentator of the year, Clowny J. And I am joined by...
I am back in the seat, and that's pretty damn neat. I'm the fluff love against the fried furball himself. You're joined once again by the Mize and Jay. I am so ecstatic to be back here behind the booth with you, calling the action for Courage Pro Wrestling today.
In the ring, of course, we have Kyle Boone. He is the Wave Rider.
Going up against the infamous Evan Greenaway.
Of course, now, people who tuned into Courage Pro Wrestling's Hailed and Heritage Rumble last year, 548 days ago, Evan Greenaway hit the concrete at the exact same time as the Night Train Just Insane, declaring that match a draw. We will get a one-on-one between them in the future. However, we have Kyle Boone making his CPW debut right now against Evan Greenaway.
If there's anything I love more than seeing new wrestling talent in the ring, it's new wrestling talent in the ring, ready to sink their teeth into the various amounts of competition, championships, and accolades ahead of them. But going up against Kyle Greenaway, you can only imagine the kind of frustration he has pent up in knowing that he's so close to championship gold, but due to all form of technicalities, being stuck where he's at the moment, he has no choice but to let out his frustrations in competition today against Kyle Boone today.
Kyle Boone, he catches waves and smashes babes, and we will see what he can bring against Evan Greenaway. We get a nice little start between the two.
I would say that it's going to be a sight to behold. Evan's got that unique skill. My goodness, the kind of hold he has on Boone right now is incredible. His footwork, just as impressive. His strength, it's hard to match. It's hard to say which one he has best control over, but it seems to be doing him absolute marvels in the ring right now against the newcomer Kyle Boone.
Evan Greenaway has been described as the heart and soul competitor of Courage Pro Wrestling. It makes sense that we are starting off this monumental show. Oh my God, this monumental show with him.
Shades of Nate with hard chops from Evan Greenaway.
Catch those waves, Kyle.
What impact that is.
Bring him into it. The crowd wants 3 more chops.
The crowd wants 3, but one doesn't make it. Kyle's in on the offensive. Right in the center of the ring. That's definitely where you want to keep him.
Not only that, but with a tight side headlock. You see him down on the knee, keeping the leverage away. But Evan Greenaway, using his base, takes that shoulder tackle. We got a little up and over, do-si-do with a leapfrog. Goes to duck.
Evan didn't catch that right away and caught victim to the thunderclap. What a shot that was. And back again into the side headlock into the center of the ring. Down to one knee once more. Maybe this time he's going to use his weight to his advantage and make sure any ricocheting off the ropes doesn't occur, that he maintains hold and position over Evan Greenaway. There's the pin, 2 count.
Well, the man who's as cool as Keanu in Courage, Kyle Boone, he seems to know that Evan has a speed to him, one that can match his own. So he really wants to slow down and control the pace of this match. He wants to bring Evan on to his terms.
Absolutely. A heavyweight will stay in place, but as both men are moving as light as a feather, it's going to be hard to maintain control over each other.
Some nice agility shown, but nobody home. Drags him through not once, but twice.
Oh, didn't catch the last hip toss there. And Boone misses the elbow drop. Each of these men's agility is nothing short of fantastic.
With action this intense, we might need a bigger ring for these two.
Even more space to run around? That's going to be just a bunch of racing around until somebody falls for a clothesline. Off the top, hits him with such move just mentioned just now. Can I call him or what?
But is only able to get a 2 count. He did hook the leg. Perhaps not enough weight over the shoulders.
I can certainly empathize with the referee. The ultimate power being a beard, and you got to obey that ultimate power. And each competitor always has to make sure they respect the referee and his authority in the ring. And what is this? What is this show? What did I just say? Come on now.
Using that referee to his advantage as a Operation Human Shield. Grabs it.
And he just turned the human into the missile. launching Evan Greenaway right into the ring post. This predicament he's stuck in surely has him at a disadvantage, but with this time that Kyle Boone's taking the time, Evan Greenaway has time to rest.
Well, it only makes sense to ram that shoulder. You want to take away the size advantage.
Absolutely.
And a big man can't do any lifting if he doesn't have an arm to lift.
No, and if he's not up vertically, then he's even more vulnerable to his opponent's attacks. Jinkies.
Kyle Boone trying to chop his way into the heart of Evan Greenaway. And just laying those boots in him.
Stomping all kinds of mud hole into the abdomen of Evan Greenaway. Into the full Nelson. What is he going for from here?
Got a little master lock challenge going on.
That's all right, you know. It's good to wear your opponent down. In times of stress such as these, especially someone as speedy and athletic as Evan Greenaway, you want to make sure you take all the breath out of your opponent, all the strength and resistance away from him.
Again, and it's going back to working on that shoulder.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
You know, he rammed it into the post, went for the full Nelson, released it early and did that clubbing blow. It has been a target of attack this entire time for one Kyle Boone.
Ooh. And Kyle Boone once again with another advantage by giving a hard hammer throw to Evan Greenaway into the opposing ring corner. One's got to think, how much more of the ring is Kyle going to use to his advantage before Evan's finally worn down? Or is Evan going to be able to bring his spark to life and fight back against Kyle Boone taking the victory today?
And if Kyle Boone does get the victory, what does that mean for the Hamilton Heritage Rumble winner match? Where in line for a championship would that put Kyle Boone?
Well, even if it doesn't come for him right away, I'll tell you right now, those stairs to the top became an escalator because it all starts from here for Kyle Boone. He gets that pinfall victory, submission victory, whatever the case is. If his arm's raised at the end of the match, then just the prestige alone, Jinky's another hard shot, just the prestige alone is going to launch Boone into the top ranks, you know? He's going to come even closer to gold and even more consideration for such.
And you know, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
Yeah. Who doesn't love a good rocking and rolling? I mean, ooh.
Right in the core. That'll rock and roll the brainwaves of Evan Greenaway.
Jinkies. He is tasting all kinds of heavy metal in this concert here.
And again, look how he's working that clutch.
He is. Look at the lack of resistance coming from Evan Greenaway. I imagine that Kyle Boone's plans to slow him down and using, once again, the ring itself to his advantage has come into a huge factor. But Evan's fighting back, and that strength's returning to him. His second win's coming along nicely. At least until now, being clubbed back down.
In that shoulder, that same spot.
And Evan fighting back, he's got him up. Right into the ring post. Giving Kyle Boone,
driver.
Gives Kyle Boone a taste of his own medicine. Drawing strength from the crowd. Evan's strength is going to be coming back to him. The fight's back, and it's going to come forth even more powerful than ever.
Evan Greenaway with what I'm going to call the Steel City driver.
I would think that's a good idea because there's no place better for you to find such incredible action and encourage pro wrestling than here in Hamilton, Ontario. Look at
Both
these
men on their knees. Oh my God.
Look at these traded shots. It's incredible. Each shot harder than the last one as each man rise to their feet, slugging each other more brutally than before. A European uppercut from Boone sends Evan right back into the ropes.
You got to watch out for that uppercut. Kyle Boone is known for a running European uppercut called the perfect wave. Maybe he'll be able to bust it out here today.
You and I both know that we've seen and experienced just the sheer intensity of chops alone. But let's not forget about every other kind of upper body offensive, especially going on the strike.
Goes behind, blocks the kick. Whoa!
Turns it into a backslide. Wow!
A leg cradle backslide.
That was huge, you know, very technical. That hard knee sending him into the ropes, and what a power slam by Evan Greenaway. What a comeback. And only a 2 count, unfortunately.
From our very dapper referee.
Absolutely, that beard is just stupendous.
And it only makes sense because here at the Bridgeworks you can get craft beers.
Well, that's just absolutely fantastic. You got the beard and the bearded match, and this ref's in for a good time. Calling the action, watching the action, but speaking of action, these two men struggle to get to their feet. Evan's up there first. One can only imagine what kind of punishment he has in store for Kyle Boone right now. Up he goes.
Bringing him to the high rent district. Couple slops to get that taste out of his mouth.
Ooh, and to send the taste running back into his mouth from the reserves. Clubbing blows from Evan Greenaway, but Kyle's having none of it.
The superplex coming all the way from Concession Street.
I gotta tell you, man, if I had to think of anything I'd like to receive, I'd rather receive a bad Christmas card than a superplex any day. Ooh. And it would appear that Kyle Boone's thinking the same way. He's going up top, ready to take things high risk.
Surfs up. No. There it is.
There's that rushing European uppercut.
The perfect wave running uppercut.
Oh, and that running knee to the face. Cover.
Nothing flashy about that knee. No!
And he's out at 2 3/4. 75% of the way of that count coming down. Evan almost took a loss here, and that would have meant the world, the universe to Kyle Boone.
That would have been a great debut and a great way to start Reboot here. However, the action does continue. He's got something in mind. Front face lock setting him up. No. Greenaway go behind.
Evan baiting him out, but Kyle's not falling for it. Another bait attempt and a kick right to the chops.
That'll knock the taste out of your mouth. No, crucifix over. Referee
Crucifix
out of
over.
position.
He's got him in.
That could have been a 3 count.
This may seem a little controversial. Was Kyle Boone just screwed out of a pinfall victory? He's jerseyed. He's jerseyed. He still manages to kick out.
Shirt still over his head, though. Kyle Boone's focus coming off of Evan Greenaway.
This isn't a blindfold match, but his shots are coming through as though he could see just as well as the Daredevil could. In all technical sense, of course.
Oh, the knee without fear.
1, 2, 3. And the match is over. Evan Greenaway, after a close bout, takes the pinfall victory.